Guys, I'm back again with Mr. Heiser's webcam, trying to figure out the best angle to show everything. There we go, that's better. So we have to talk about how to convert or change or rewrite, whatever word you want to use, an improper fraction as a mixed number and a mixed number as an improper fraction. So below this link for the video, you guys will have on your Google Doc a page that looks like this. This is something that you can, if you have a printer at home, you can print out, but it's in nicer color online. I printed it in black and white to save my colored ink. But basically, we're going to talk about these three strategies here for how to convert a mixed number to an improper or an improper to a mixed number. And you'll see that on your screen. And there's also at the bottom of each column a little like try it portion. That's the part that I want you guys to do and turn in. So that means you can do the answer right on the computer and hit submit, or you could do it on a scrap sheet of paper and send a picture to me. So the first one we're going to start with is kind of a review, because you guys have been working with modeling improper fractions and mixed numbers. So in pink over here, if you look at 7/3, the key is the 3. The denominator is the key to everything. That's how many pieces you're going to cut your models into. So I've got thirds, thirds, and thirds. But because I need 7 of them, I need to fill up a whole stick and a whole stick and then one. This gives me 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3, 7/3. There's my improper. Then all I have to do is take my models and say, how many of them are completely shaded? How many show one whole model shaded? I've got one whole model, another whole model, and over here there's only 1/3 left, so I can't turn that into a whole yet. If I want to rewrite this as a mixed number, remember a mixed number has a whole number part and a fraction part, what would that be? So 7/3 equals, take a minute and think about that to yourself for a second. It's important to remember, if there's still a fraction piece to your mixed number, these denominators will be the same. So I hope you were saying that 1 whole plus 1 whole is 2 wholes, and then I still have 1/3 left. So 7/3 is the same as 2 wholes and 1/3. That's always a nice, easy way to do things, is to draw a model for it. It's really easy to draw a model for the 2 wholes and 1/3 instead of starting with the impropers. If we have an improper fraction like this 21/5 on your notes page, it shows this also, you can use division to switch it to a mixed number again. We talked about, I think the first day we were talking about fractions, we said that this line really does represent division. It's taking 21 of something and splitting it into fifths. So if we do that, it truly is division. You have to do the same steps you would for a division problem. How many times does 5 go into 21? Well, it goes in 4 times, but it doesn't go in perfectly. So we have a remainder. And then we just take that remainder and we scoot it over top of the same denominator. Remember, the denominator is the key. It has to stay the same. 5 goes into 21 4 whole times with 1 piece left over, and we put that over the 5. I wrote out our box method of division and the den method for the den people. Then I think this kind of shows you what it means when we say 5 goes into 21 4 whole times. It's kind of like pulling out all the whole numbers, because it's going to be 5/5 every time. So I can take out 5/5, 5/5, 5/5, 5/5, and then there's still 1 more fifth to go to get to 21. And if I change 5/5 into whole numbers, that's 1 whole, 2 wholes, 3 wholes, 4 wholes, and 1/5 left. That's why it matches up with that part. Okay? One more strategy that you can use when you are given a mixed number to start, so 3 2/5, and you want to make it an improper fraction. When I was a student, they used to call it ring around the fraction. I learned recently that some schools call it MAD, multiply, add, denominator stays the same, and that's on your note page too. Basically, you ring around the fraction in a clockwise motion. You times these two numbers, then add that, and keep it all over the 5. Remember, the denominator always stays the same. That's the key. So 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 16, 17. Keep that over the 5. Another way to think about this is like saying I have to do 3 whole numbers, but I have to somehow think of them as fifths. So I know 5/5 is a whole, 5/5 is a whole, 5/5 is a whole. I need 3 of those because it's like 1, 2, 3, and then the 2/5 that are left. Seems like a lot, and we're going to be doing a lot of practice with this. So after today's post with this video and a couple other activities, like I've got another gizmo that I think is really cool to show you how to relate impropers and mixed numbers. You'll also see for this lesson, usually when we're in school, I would hide Easter eggs around the room, and some of the Easter eggs have mixed numbers on them, some of them have improper fractions on them. When you go on the race with your classmates to collect the eggs, in order to keep the egg in your basket, you have to convert it to an improper or a mixed correctly in order to keep the egg. So because we can't do that, I took some Hannah's Easter eggs and hid them around my living room a little bit, and I took a picture of that. So you'll see that picture, and your job is to find all 10 eggs. And then there's a chart on that page where you can switch the mixed numbers to impropers or the impropers to mixed numbers. And then I'll give you dojo points for however many of those you collect by converting them. So just trying to make some of the activities that we would be doing in class a little more fun since we can't be together and play the games, okay? If you have questions, please text me, do a comment on our class or Google Classroom, the stream there. I can see all your comments. Some of you have been asking questions in the documents, which is great too because I can see those. And please make sure you're clicking either the Turn It In button if it's a document or the Submit button if it's a Google form. I think some people are opening the documents and then they do some work and then they X out and they never click the Turn In button that's on Google Classroom, and then I can't really see your work. So I don't want all the hard work you're doing to go to waste because you didn't hit that button. All right? So again, this goes with our notes page. I want you guys to try the try it questions at the bottom, okay? It might be hard, but you have the notes in front of you to help you, and you can definitely call me with any of your questions. All right, guys? I hope you have a great day. Maybe it'll stop raining to go outside and play. Bye.